September 2013, my 49th birthday, and I hated my life. And I looked at my roommate, Heather, because I had moved in soon after a layoff. That was supposed to be 6 months to a year. We were approaching 5 years. I said, I am not having my 50th birthday sitting here with you. But see, I had gotten relaxed. It was nice to have low rent until things like all the bills are in her name. The internet goes out, she's not at home. Comcast won't talk to me. I can't sit up on the couch stone naked and not have to listen for the front door to wiggle. It was undignified, it felt, to want to invite people over, but I got to check with my roommate. No more of this. I've got to have some dignity, some independence. I'm moving, right? I am rewriting a future. I'm moving to Portland because I had been talking about it for 5 years. It was smaller and it felt like it had less pressure than Chicago, but it was still a major city. That's where I'm writing my new future. And I'm getting in my 97 Geo Tracker on the 15th of August, 2014, and I am going to this little box in Portland where there's my dignity in it, and I got to go get it. And I woke up that morning, the 15th of August, 2014, expecting to get on the road at 10 a.m., one thing after another preventing me from getting on the road. And Heather says, you know, you're about to approach rush hour traffic this afternoon. You can stay another night and just leave anytime tomorrow. No. My dignity is waiting for me. I got to get on the road 15th of August. I am going. And sure enough, she helped me load up the car, I give her a hug and say goodbye, get in the car. 2 blocks later, the on-ramp to the highway, rush hour traffic. Instead of 25 minutes, over 2 hours to get past Chicago Metro, but I am going. Stop, start, move 2 feet, stop. I am 2 feet closer to Portland. Hell yeah. I was motivated. And finally, I get past Oak Park, and the traffic opens up, and the speed limit goes to 70 miles an hour, and I'm out here, and I'm realizing, wait a minute, I have not driven like this before. I've driven 5 hours between Chicago and Detroit. Now, if I drive this straight, this is 33 hours. I don't know what the hell is out there, but I'm going. And so I drive, and I'm excited, and this new future ahead of me just waiting. And there's 5 states, and there's 2,000 miles. I've got to get the fuck out of my way because there's that box with my dignity in it. So I get through Illinois and Iowa, and I stop at Stewart, Iowa to get gas. My GPS gets me lost, and I stop at a convenience store. So I'll get some water and get myself sorted out. And I get out of my car, come around, and there's this older white lady coming toward me. And then she turns toward the front of the convenience store, and she stutter steps and turns back. So, how's your day? It felt more like, what do you want? But I don't know if this is race or I'm a stranger or what's going on here. This feels awkward. It doesn't feel truly cordial, but I smooth it over. And I said, I am feeling great. I just left Chicago, and I am moving to Portland, Oregon, just to let her know I'm passing through. And she says, wow, that's quite a drive. Well, you be safe out there. All right. And I get some water, and I get some gas, and I get back on the road and on my mission. And then I cross into Nebraska, the state where bugs go to die against windshields. That long-ass, boring state, and the GPS at one time says, drive straight, 118 miles. And there's corn, and the pop on the windshield, and bug wings and guts and blood covering up the windshield. But, Jack, every pop is progress. Yeah. But I'm going. And then I see that big cowboy on the horse. Welcome to Wyoming, forever west. And a calm comes over me. And something physical, it felt like something in my soul locked into place. Something felt right. But also the reality, forever west. This was forever. This wasn't a move for a job, a school, or a visit. This is forever west with all my stuff in the back of this 97 Geo Tracker. It felt good. And I drove, and a tumbleweed came across the highway. And it was magnificent. It hallmarked, this is new. I am really moving. This is new territory. The only tumbleweeds I've ever seen have been in cartoons and old black and white westerns. And this was a tumbleweed in the wild. They exist. This is not some Hollywood cartoon phony baloney. I just drove on, and I had to be on a video conference call. And so I figured, okay, I'll be in Laramie, and I will find a coffee shop. If they have coffee shops, I hope they do. I don't know. So I pull into Laramie, and I drive around, and I do find just this plain building with a big coffee cup sign outside. It's okay, this is probably a coffee shop. And as I pull in, I'm thinking, okay, Wyoming. Republican, cowboys, and that Matthew Shepard murder, whether it's gay bashing or whether it was some meth heads and a robbery that went too far. Either way, it's some bad shit coming out of Wyoming. And I'm this 5'4" black guy from Chicago with Illinois license plates pulling in here. Dick Cheney is from Wyoming. What if he's sitting up there with his feet propped up in that grin? Okay, so I stop, get out of the car, grab my backpack, go into this cafe. And it was really plain looking. It looked like it was a coffee shop / something else. And there's 2 college kids behind the counter. And there's, may I help you? Yeah, first of all, do you have Wi-Fi? Oh, yeah, we do. No password, just hop right on. And when do you close? And because I got to get on a conference call, and I was hoping I can do it here. Oh, we actually close in about 10 minutes, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We got to wash the dishes and count the money and take the garbage out, but take your time. Wow. So with the few minutes there and the lady making my coffee, I talked with them a little bit about them being from smaller towns in Wyoming and how, yeah, the big city of Laramie is, there's more stuff to do, but they like where they live. Now you go on and do your call and don't worry about us. So maybe a half hour, I do my call, tip them, thank them, I move on, and instead of getting on my car and getting back on my mission to my dignity, I go across the street and try on cowboy hats. And my mother calls me. So where you at? I'm downtown Laramie, Wyoming, trying on hats. And we talk a little bit, and it feels good. It's this weird thing. I never thought I'd say something like that to my mother. So I thought real hard about buying a hat, but then I said, no, let me just get back on the road. But it was calm, and it felt good, and it got nighttime, and I'm driving, and I've eventually figured out the thing about the radio, right? The signal goes in and out. So what am I going to listen to? Barry White. And Barry White was my soundtrack for about 1,000 miles over and over again because that, it was like pistons. And it took me back to the 70s, staying up to watch Barry White on the midnight special with Wolfman Jack. And now here I am, Barry White getting me through the stars and this incredible landscape and the tumbleweeds in Wyoming. I like my life, that I get to choose. I had some gratitude that I talk with people while I was driving, and they'd say, yeah, I've made drives like that because I had to go to somebody's funeral and turn around and come back and go to work. I get to stop in the middle of nowhere and take pictures and feel and enjoy this, what they call the high desert view. I'd never heard that term before. Driving it out, it feels so much bigger than going to find my dignity in this new life. So drive through little bits of Colorado, and I get through Idaho, and one of the last stops I made, Fruitland, Idaho, to get gas. It's just on the other side of the Oregon-Idaho border. And I stop. And while I'm in the gas station, I see pocket knives. And I need one of those because I got all these taped up boxes in my car. I got scissors in one of these taped up boxes. Let me get a jackknife. And I take it to the counter. And I say, I think I want to buy this, but I can't figure out how to get it open. And this real pale lady, a little taller than me, and her ponytail pulled real tight in the back. And she takes the jackknife and she looks at it and fiddles with it. Say, I don't know. That must be why they keep me away from tools. And he threw her head back and her mouth was wide open. And I said, this woman don't have a tooth in her head. She's like 30 years old and not a single goddamn tooth. And I start to wonder, is this meth head that I've heard about? But stop. Am I doing more of that kind of, how is your day? What do you want? I don't know where that woman's teeth are. And if I did, I can't put them back. I can be with her in this moment. And she gets the jackknife open, and I said, see, you did better than I did. I know spreadsheets. You figured that thing out, thank you. So she showed me how to pinch the things and to open it and pinch them again and close it, and I paid for that and the gas, and I got back on the road. One more stop in Pendleton, Oregon, and then Portland. Driving along the gorge and just thinking about what was 16 days I had been on the road. I met so many people and had so many experiences. I went in the home of a doomsday prepper. He had an Excel question for me, and it blew his mind to see a pivot table. And to drive and feel my ears pop and drive around these curves and wanting to stay. Oh, I don't want to be back by this barrier and this cliff. No, and this sign that says, stay in your lane, Oz. No, I don't want to be over there. But I made it. I did get to Portland, and it has been great. I've been in my own apartment, with my own bills, paying my rent the past 3 years, and yes, I can sit up stone naked and not have to listen to the front door. But bigger than this badass, dependent Chicagoan swinging from vine to vine and plopping down as this independent, badass Portlander, all those experiences left me feeling like I am a citizen of this whole country. As crazy, hypocritical, good, loving, violent, intentions that went wrong, all of it. That drive was a blessing. And I am a citizen of this whole goddamn country.